This video should help you get familiar with our church player and the different things that you can do with it. To get there, you can either go to the church website or you can go to my choir website, which is the direction I'm going to take you in. So what I'm going to do is type in mrwiggersci.com/glendora2/choir. And that takes me to the home page of the Glendora Second Ward Choir website that I've just set up in July or June. And what we're going to do now is look for resources for choir members, and I'm just going to take you there real quick to show you how it's set up. This is an index which will grow with time. Each time we sing, I will put a new date here, and that's right here where you see the June 26th. When you click on that date, it takes you to our resource page. And on the resource page, you can see that we have, first of all, a wonderful little thing here about what the church website will do, and that gives you a link to go directly there and to get that church website. Now, the next thing that we have is a piano accompaniment for O Savior, Thou Who Wearest a Crown, and that's the full piano accompaniment. Then here we have another accompaniment that is for verses 1 and 2, and I think the choir's singing there. Here we have O Savior, Thou Who Wearest, verse 3, which is the 4-part harmony. And the last thing here is the printed stuff that I've given you already, only it's in an Acrobat file that we call PDF files. And by going there, just let you take a look at it, that is going to give you something that you can actually print the music from. And this is the music that I have actually given to you already. And in the Acrobat file, you can just go from page to page and look at it, and or you can print it directly. So that's going to be available from now on as well. Now I'm going to fire up another browser here, and let's go to the church website again, or to my website, and that again is mrwiggersci.com, C-O-M, and Glendora 2, and choir. And what I'm going to do now is go directly to the little thing that talks about the church player, and it tells you the different ways to get there. You can either type all this stuff in going to the church website first, or you can go and take my direct link, which is what I'm going to do. Now let's go ahead and do this. Let's do it through the church menus. It's not all that tough, but there's a direct way to go in, and that's back on the page we were just on. So you notice that we have a tools menu and a menu. When you type, or when you click on this menu, you're going to get, you'll notice 5 different columns here. And the one that you're after is the study column. And right down here towards the bottom, you'll see music. So when you click that, you're going to go to the church's music page. And when you click on music on this page, it will open up a nice little thing of different things that you can do with music, but I'm going to focus just on hymns. So I'm right here, and I'm going to click on that, and now you can see the main page. And if you look up in the top right of the screen, you will see where you can search, and I'm clicking on this little box right here, and you can see hymns or children's songs. Well, I'm going to do hymns, and then I'm going to put in the number of the hymn that we're going to be doing. I have to click into that box, so that's 197, and when I'm hitting the enter key, what happens is it brings up a list of all things that match that little number, and of course it's just going to be O Savior, Thou That Wearest a Crown. So this is the song I'll be focusing on, because this is where we're starting the church website, or my website, the choir website. And you'll notice, see all that stuff in the middle? That's loading up this version of the hymn, and you can, if you like, change the key of the hymn. Okay, down in here in the accompaniment, it starts out in the key of C. So I am going to select here, you see where I am, and click on C, and now look what's happening over here on the right. We now have, instead of 2 flats, we have no flats, which is the key of C, and when I start playing the player, all right, I had the volume up too high, so let's listen to that one more time. And this is a sound synthesizer that the church has available to us online for all the hymns in the hymn book. I'm just going to stop it, and you stop it right up here, and this little thing that I'm pointing at right now is what does the actual stopping. This little thing over here, the little triangle that's sideways, that's how you start it. Now, what I'm going to do is go back down here, and I'm going to change the key. Now, I want you to watch here. There's no sharps in here because this is the key of C. But when I change that to a different key, and that's what's going to happen in the third verse of this song. The first 2 verses will be in the key of C, and the last verse is going to be in the key of D. So let's change it over. And if you've still got that sound in your ears, look for, first of all, here you'll see the 2 sharps, and you're going to hear this now as higher. So you can practice in a different key just to get the thing to be more comfortable for your voice if you're having to sing high with your part. So there's lots you can do there. And watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to change the volume of the bass sound, then the tenor sound. See, I'm working right in here. And I'm taking all the other parts down now. And now the soprano part is going to be much more prominent. So if you wanted to get all the other parts lower and just make yours at 100%, that's one way to do that. Another fun thing you can do is you can set up just 2 parts, and I'm going to put them both together here for alto and soprano. Those are the only 2 I want to hear. So now I'm going to click on tenor, and you see the X disappears, and bass, that disappears. I'm going to set these back to 100 right now, so they'll be equal when they do come up. But now I can restart the music, and I'm just listening to 2 parts. That's very, very helpful to learn your part because you can sing your part along and have the other part there, but you can still tell your part a little bit more easily. So let's add in the tenor. See, we can do any 2, any 3, or let's throw the bass in. Pretty nice, huh? So you've got a lot of flexibility here to be able to learn your songs. Now, something else that you can do that I haven't shown you yet is you can change the meter. Let's say you're struggling with this. You just can't hardly. Do you see what I'm doing right here? I'm changing the tempo. And I'm going to bring this way down so I can really get my part. And I'm just going to play my part only. And let's say I'm singing tenor. So let's hear the tenor part. Oh, let's start it here. You'll notice how the shading follows as it's hitting notes. It just keeps going right across at the pace that you have set. Very, very, very nice to learn a part. And let's move that tempo up a little bit. I'm getting more comfortable with it. And let's just keep right on going. See, it's going faster now. When I get really comfortable with it, I'm going to take it up to 70. So you can see what you could do with that. So we've seen how you can set the key. And let's get all the parts in here so you can listen to that in the background. Let's go back to the beginning. You see what I just did? I clicked right here. Let's do that click right here again. So you see, if I wanted to start, let's say I wanted to start on the third line, I could start there. Oh, let's hear that again. I didn't hear the parts move quite right, but I'm trying to get the parts moving right. So now I want to replay just that little part. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's how it works. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I got the bass part now. So these are fun little things that you can do with this player that will allow you to learn your part much more easily. And you'll notice that there is a nice little jobber right here. That's called a print key. And so I can print that music. And there's some hymns that you can't print because they have copyright restrictions, but most of the hymns you can actually print them, and you can print them in the key that you like to sing in. Very, very handy. So if you're trying to do a hymn and you're not using Hymnplicity, you could just do it in any key that you like, and you've got the key, the music in the right key, everything's all transposed for you. It just, I don't see how it could get much better. Now, the last feature I want to show you is perhaps you wanted to hear this as, you notice this is what's clicked right now, music with parts. That gives you the interactive sound synthesizer. Now, this is recorded music down here. See where I am? And in the recorded music, you get to do some neat stuff. You can have the music only, and let's see what that sounds like. Oh, let's start it. And you'll notice how it's reloading everything. Okay, there's a little intro and everything. Now, let's say that you wanted to hear this not just with the background. Boy, I'm trying to get this thing to stop. Here, let's put it on pause. Okay, we got it to stop. And now, let's say we wanted to do it words and music. Now this will add a little choir to it, and I'm trying to get that to go here. Why won't it go? Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Somehow the little recorder that I'm using doesn't or interferes with this thing, and I could not get from words and music. I couldn't get from there. I couldn't get to there from music only. So now I can do it. It's free and it will move. If I can get that thing to move. Well, let's stop. Yeah, as soon as I stopped my little recorder, it went up. So anyway, you just click here, and now let's start the player over again, and let's hear what it does. It's being contrary for me. Let's try to stop the recorder. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's going. You won't have that kind of trouble with yours, but I'm making a recording as we're doing this, and so everything is a little bit different, and it doesn't quite work the same. So it's downloading, you see, it's still loading the MP3 of the hymn, and that's taking a little longer than it would normally do. I'm going to pause the recording. Oh, okay, it finished. Now you see, you can follow right along with the music right here on this page, and just gives you another way to hear the music and see if you really got your part down. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I look forward to you're being able to pick up your parts a little bit more easily because now you have a new resource that you can use easily. Thank you for watching, and look forward to working with you more as your director. Bye-bye.